Levaslier has been a passion project of mine for the past 6 years.
The devil is a slime, wielding 2 blades the same tone as he. He dons a cloak, red like the blood of his victims. His armor, adamant like his will to fight. Isn't that right? Arkosh Levaslier.
Oh yeah, I'm scared, but it's what makes me stronger. I keep on fighting, draw my strength from the fear.
Hey, what's up, survivalists? It's Cheif TeamWnJ here. Welcome to episode 48 of the Levaslier Production Diary. In the stream watching right now is Shizuko, Zactaz, Josiah, and that's about it. Joining me in the stream today is Harry and Eric. Nice to see you both back. What's going on?
Hello?
Hey ho. Are you guys there? Hello, hello?
Yeah, what?
I can't hear Eric.
Uh...
Okay, he might be gone somewhere. That's fine, that's fine. Well, what's going on, everyone? So I woke up today with a strange dream, and it reminded me of a few things. Okay, so basically, in my dream, let me just flip the screen so you guys can watch me work as I talk, right? But oh, wait, what? It's not working. Ah, there we go. So I had a dream, and Harry, I'm not sure if this is relatable. It might be relatable for any of you guys watching as well. But I had a dream where I woke up. I was dreaming as my character in Minecraft. So basically, I was in the dream and I was Cheif, except I had no idea that I was dreaming that I was Cheif. I straight up thought that I was Cheif. So like, I had no idea that I was Julian. Like that personality was just gone, and I was like, I was in Lazuria doing Cheif things for the entire dream. And then at some point, I realized that I was dreaming, and I was like, I'm Julian, but I'm also Cheif. Who is Julian? What's going on here? And I was looking around, and I was like, wait, but what's happening? And then I woke up, and I was like, what? I was so confused the entire time. I had no idea what was happening. I just went back to sleep again. But Harry, I remember that reminded me that when we were younger, I'm not sure if this ever happened to you. I'm pretty sure it did. Were there any situations where you think you're hearing a Minecraft sound when you're not? Like in real life?
No.
No, really?
Surprisingly not, yeah.
Because I remember when we were kids, we used to play a lot of Assassin's Creed as well. And in Assassin's Creed, for those who don't know, it's like they strap you into a machine and then you can go revisit your ancestors' memories. Except the problem is, once you revisit your ancestors' memories too much, you start to begin to think that you are your ancestor. And you start seeing things that your ancestors were seeing, but you're actually hallucinating because they aren't there. It's called the bleeding effect. And so back then I was playing so many games, so many like different things. I played so much Minecraft. I remember I was swimming with Harry, and then one day we were going to get donuts after swimming. I'm pretty sure it was like near the day I walked into the door or something. That day. I remember walking to the donut shop with him thinking, I just heard a Minecraft zombie. And I looked around, I was like, wait, hold on. What's going on here? Hey, yeah, the chat's not showing up on the screen. You're right. None of the UI is showing on the stream. There it is. Everything's gonna start coming in. There you go. There you go, magic. We're in. Kamatine's gonna be lurking. Alright, cool. Shizuko says dedicated actor. I thought you said I should go see a dedicated doctor. And I thought to myself, before I read that out, I was like, what's a dedicated doctor? Okay, what's a non-dedicated doctor supposed to be? Zach says that happened to him. Yeah, really? I don't know what that is. My brain thought there was a Minecraft zombie. but I knew 100% that there can't be a Minecraft zombie in real life. So I thought someone must have been playing Minecraft as we were walking into the donut shop. But at that time, Minecraft on mobile wasn't that popular yet. Like, it just came out. It was still when you had to use the nether reactor to get to the nether or whatever. And so I was just looking around extremely confused. I was like, Harry, did you hear that? I thought you heard that. Okay, either Harry heard that or he called me dumb. It's one or the other. Anyway, do you have any weird things that have happened to you in Minecraft, Harry? Or, like, related to Minecraft? The strangest thing that's possibly happened? I feel like if I ask this to the public, most of the time people are going to say Herobrine. Well, I get this camera
Isn't
working.
that just a meme?
Yeah, go on.
Isn't that just a meme?
Is Herobrine is?
Oh, Herobrine's
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah, technically. Except the story with Herobrine is pretty interesting, cause like, I mean it's a joke. He doesn't exist, right? But because at some point somebody with the player named Herobrine, I don't know who decided to create him, but anyway, they decided to link him up to being the creator of Minecraft's brother. But then Notch says he doesn't have a brother. His dead brother. And he says he doesn't have his brother. But then after all that mess with Herobrine got quote-unquote sorted by Notch saying, I don't have a brother, in the update notes, he puts removed Herobrine just to scare people. But so many people think that that's a real thing. And then they also get confused. A lot of people have a lot of people from the beta days, they have the quote-unquote Mandela effect for a mob called the human mob. And what that is, the monster mob. So in beta 1.7, you can spawn a quote-unquote monster. What that is a player character with the default skin. The only difference on Herobrine and the player character is the white eyes. And so a lot of people get confused and they think that this quote-unquote monster is Herobrine. So that's how they've seen it before. So it wouldn't be out of the ordinary to speculate that somebody could have accidentally spawned in the monster while they were playing Minecraft before and encountered the quote-unquote monster thinking it was Herobrine. Either a bug or they did it unintentionally. That could have happened. Shizko says, I once thought I heard a zombie from World War II and freaked out, but it was Dad. Jesus! I'm not sure if that's an insult. Dad, you sound like a World War II zombie. Imagine Dad turns out to be a World War II zombie.
Rip. Son becomes World War III zombie.
Jesus. Guys, take a look at this fish. I know that Minecraft has fish now, like the fish mob, excuse me. But they suck. Like they look so bad. Look at this fish. I like this fish a lot more. This is from Mo Creatures. Like the default Minecraft fish is shit. Okay, let's do it like this. For anyone wondering about the updates on the manga, I finished a further 2 or 3 pages while the stream wasn't on. So we're making quite a bit of progress. I also realized, I don't know how I didn't realize this until now, but basically this scene that we're doing right now, we refer to this as the lake scene. But this scene was supposed to be in episode 3, but then after we did some rewriting, we moved this to episode 1. Problem is, the original scene was supposed to be a flashback to when Arkdoc was like a 10-year-old kid. Somehow, while I was porting this scene from episode 3 into episode 1, I forgot to change any of the dialogue up. And so, as I was reading this back, keep in mind, we're on like the 9th draft or something. Let me check. It's the draft 9. We're on draft 9, and I thought this was going to be the final draft. And I'm reading this through, I'm like, why does Arkdoc's dialogue sound so bullshit? Like, what's going on here? And I realized, yeah, of course it sounds bullshit, because it was written as if he was a 10-year-old, not an 18-year-old or whatever. So we had to do a major dialogue rewrite, but we've got that out of the way. What that also means is that I had to cut time out of drawing the pages of the manga. So after I'm done with this page, I won't have enough material to do pages, to do like digital copies of pages for a while. I'm gonna have to draw physical copies first and then transfer them digitally, which is what I've been doing so far. Anyway. And Jazazzo says, I like the default fish. The only default fish that I like is the poofer fish.
Yep.
That's the only good fish, because it like
For
changes
everyone,
size and whatnot.
I think. Yep. I think that's for everyone.
Shizuko says, either way, their screams when they see Herobrine. Have you guys seen that one video of the back rooms in Minecraft? Harry, you know the one that I'm talking about?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Watched, like,
Eric,
there's so far like 2 of them, right?
Yeah, what's up?
you've heard of the back rooms before, right?
Back rooms.
No?
No, what is it?
Okay. So there's this. Excuse me, something in my mouth. Give me 1 second. Don't know what happened there. There was this post on 4chan. It was a joke post that said, if you aren't careful and you accidentally no-clip out of the bounds of reality, you enter what's called the back rooms. The back rooms are an infinitely generating set of empty office spaces. All you have in this office space are musty yellow walls, a office-smelling carpet, and the hum of the aircon on max volume. If you hear anything in the back rooms, pray to God, because it sure as hell has heard you as well. That was the original post, something along the lines of that. But anyway, it was a joke post, but it was such an interesting idea. If you accidentally clip out of the bounds of reality, you would enter an infinite office space. But when you think about it, if you are in an infinite office space, where, like, just picture yourself in an empty room, the walls are yellow, the floor is yellow, there's just, like, it's literally just an empty office, and all you hear is the aircon. Or, like, the fridge sound. Harry, what was the fridge sound again?
There is a fish sound?
Something like that.
I don't. There is.
Or is that the
I
microwave?
don't think so. That's a microwave.
Microwave is what's the fridge sound?
Yeah. Just I thought I established there's no fish sound.
There is a fridge sound.
There is.
Yeah.
You mean like the big fucking fishes? Like,
No, open your
the
fridge.
ones
There's a
that
sound.
you
It's
people?
like how do you recreate the sound of a fridge? Anyway, it's that sound. It's that sound at max volume. Just imagine that for a second. It's pretty scary.
There's
Somebody
only sound when you open it, no?
you don't pay enough attention to the fridge. Didn't you spend your childhood trying to like close the fridge to see if the light would turn off? Anyway, so
You're weird.
that's the back
You're
rooms.
weird.
And somebody took that concept and they applied it to like different things, including Minecraft. What this dude did was like he was running away from zombies or whatever, and then he enters his own house and he backs off while looking at the door of the zombies. And somehow he backs up into a wall and he phases through the wall. He turns around, he's in the back room. He's like, what the fuck? He turns back around and the pathway that he went through is gone. And he's like, what the fuck? And he walks around the back rooms for a little bit. And he's trying to go back, but it's just an empty wall. And he stops. And there's like a pause. And he turns, and there's one frame where you see Herobrine, and it just ends. It's like he's right behind him. I was like, holy shit, dude, that's scary. What the fuck?
When you got lost in IKEA as a child.
Well, that's SCP, what was it? 979?
No, 3001.
3001, that's what it is, yeah. Shizuko says, who is Arkosh's waifu? Was she a yellow slime in the who passed away or something? Yeah, funny you asked that, Shizuko, says Andrea. Yeah, we talked about it recently. We did talk about it recently. I don't think I included Harry in that conversation somehow, which is strange considering you're the co-writer. We did talk about that. Harry, I remember we did talk about Arkosh's wife in the past.
Yes.
It was... yeah. Let's just leave it at that for now. I think we did... no, so what Andre and I talked about were the genetics behind it. We can talk about who she is and, like, the story of what that is later, but, like... basically, we were trying to figure out how the slimes got their color, and it only makes sense for Arkosh's wife to be yellow, and then that would make a green baby. Yeah. But then I thought to myself, okay, how does the how does Arkosh get made? Because he's blue. What makes blue? You can't make blue because blue is the
Yellow.
primary color.
Yellow and of blue, right?
Yeah. So I talked to Andre and I said, oh, what if it's like the color is determined by the genetics, and so if both his parents are blue, it would make him blue. If one of them were like red, for example, the kid could come out as either red, blue, or purple. And if let's say the baby comes out as blue, so the parents of this blue one is like red and blue, right? But he comes out as blue, and then this one gets married to like a yellow. The baby could either come out as blue, yellow, or red, even because the grandparents were red.
Right.
So that's what we just kind of talked about that. I mean, that makes sense, kind of, right? Pseudoscience.
Yeah.
What comes after P? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. It's T. Sorry. Shiko says that was scary as fuck. You know that thing is here. That knows you're here, and the thing knows you're here. Oh my god, is the bug happening again? Wait, what's going on here?
You know that thing is here, that thing knows you're here, and you know that the thing knows you're here.
Did you just read that out perfectly while I struggled?
Yes.
That's an insult.
It is.
There was a game made called The Backrooms, but it's shit. Like, I expected somebody to pull off that. That's a really good concept for a game, but they somehow fucked up the game. Either way, I was asking Eric about it. Because, Eric, doesn't that sound like an interesting concept for a movie?
Kind of. It's similar to what I watched recently.
Yeah?
And
What'd you watch recently?
I watched Spider-Man Far From Home.
Spider-Man what now?
Far From Home.
Ah, right.
And like the effects of or like the visual effects that they did is like Doctor Strange but less less geometric.
Right.
Like the flow of it is a lot better, and like it had these infinite rooms that it spawned, and it's pretty interesting, and that's kind of put two and two together in my mind.
Yeah.
I would like to see that as a short film.
What do you mean, like a
I would say-
Backrooms short film?
Yeah.
I would too.
I don't know if
It's just very difficult to film. Because where would you find an infinite office space that's yellow walls and yellow musty carpets? Well, minus the musty parts. Because nobody wants to be in that.
I think you just have to CGI it. Honestly.
You just have to what now? You're really soft.
no.
CGI it?
CTI?
CGI.
What's CTI?
What? CG?
CGI! Or CTI!
No.
Yeah, to be fair, that would be super easy to CG because it's literally just an empty room.
Right?
But it'd also be... Okay, here's what it would be. It would be extremely boring to look at because every single wall and room would be exactly the same. However, if you did the sound design there correctly and made it feel like there was something constantly with the protagonist, that could be quite effective.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, I guess the protagonist would be trying to look for an escape or something. But like it's so cliche to try to end this, because you would try to like, what I imagined was like she'd see the exit and as she was going there she gets jump scared and killed. But that's so cliche. Ooh, a better one would be she leaves the back room. She leaves the back rooms. She successfully leaves. Except that doesn't mean that she re-entered where she came from. So because a reality like the Backrooms that exists past the bounds of her reality, she could have slipped into like a different reality. I like how I'm saying she because I'm already picturing this as a film. I'm imagining a female protagonist.
Comes in from like 2017. Comes out. The Avengers are all there fighting Thanos.
Time travel! I could just quote it Hulk. Never would I think that this day would come. Okay. Hold on. This fucking bug keeps on plaguing me, but it's finally get rid of it.
The R19 bug, or
Yeah, the fucking bug with the water. Oh, right. I don't know how that reminded me, but are you guys aware that Discord went down again? I don't know how Eric can avoid all the Discord crashes, but he does every single time. Discord. Okay, technically Discord didn't go down. It was what Discord is hosted on is a service called Cloudflare, and like 90% of internet websites are hosted on the service called Cloudflare. Cloudflare has gone down 3 times within the past month. So every time you try to visit a website that's hosted by Cloudflare, you get error 502. That includes Discord. I don't know how, Eric, you're avoiding it every single time. But like a lot of stuff that I do, like that's work related, has to do with Cloudflare. So now I'm beginning to question whether my rants to Optus were actually Optus's fault. Because it could be that every single time I've ranted about Optus, it's actually been Cloudflare.
But that's just 1 out of how many cases?
6. Okay, I came back in April. Now it's the start of July. So I've been here for 3 months, and within the 3 months I've been here, there have been 6 internet outages. Zach and Shizuko says theirs didn't crash. No, it wasn't a crash. What it was a connection issue where nobody could connect on. You guys might not be affected because the area where Cloudflare is hosted in your particular area might not have been affected. But it did affect every single person, or almost every single person in the UK, many people in America, and Australia. And I believe it's basically a worldwide thing. Because Cloudflare is pretty big. The worst part is, I was mentioning this in the chat, and Nurat was like, I was trying to check what happened to Cloudflare, but I couldn't check what happened because the website to check what happened is down. I'm like, yeah, the website you use to check what happens to Cloudflare is hosted on Cloudflare, so you can't access it.
well, it was an effective check.
Yeah.
You can't access it. Cloudflare is down.
This is why Twitter is
Sorry?
the only option. This is why Twitter is better.
Yeah. Twitter was still up because Twitter ain't Cloudflare. Facebook was up. Facebook had a crash yesterday. Facebook had a weird thing where images wouldn't load yesterday. And then YouTube was still, because YouTube's Google related, so most of the Google sites were still up. But almost everything else that I tried to go on was down. Oh, by the way, guys, wait, Shizuko says has to go, dog got out. Alright, cool. By the way, guys, so I did that Monday video. I did the change. Instead of doing the Reddit stuff, I changed it to, a render challenge. So, the result of that, because all the Reddit videos, the result of that was that all the Reddit videos that used to be getting 100 views every single week for me, in the new types of videos, I'm getting around 50 to 60. So it's a bit less. However, I do like making those a lot more, and it is a bit different. I I feel like if I continued doing that, it would go somewhere. I just have to continuously do it. I also thought I could... I mean, this has been a long time thought. You know I have, like, weird-ass dreams. So, what I could do is try to create some of my dreams in 3D as well. Especially that pancake one.
I was thinking of especially that.
Oh, it's that one. Could you imagine? I'm getting instant demonetized.
right.
Zakta says, "Can you render Dr. Phil?" I'm not that good at doing people. You're gonna notice that in a lot of the things I don't think I've ever rendered out a person clearly. I've rendered out people, but I do it in a way. Like, for this one movie that I did the visual effects for, Lens. In certain VFX shots, there were, like, sci-fi buildings and whatnot, and I would put a model of a person on top of the building, so you'd see the silhouette of the person, not so much the actual details of the person.
I was thinking whenever you do people, it'd be a render of Meme Man.
Of what?
Meme Man.
What
Like,
the hell
you
is
remember the
Meme
one-
Man?
You remember the one on the Stonks meme?
Oh, Stonks. I didn't know his name was Meme Man.
Apparently it was. Yeah.
Oh shit, what happened? That sounds like a modern day superhero. Meme Man. Yeah, he's gonna rescue your stonks. What's going on, Shizuko?
For the purple dildo, I think you should just render Barney, but just censor him.
Yeah, that or a big ass eggplant.
Make it Barney because it's funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Okay, there's two buildings on the side, like two destroyed buildings on the side. There's like a road that's kind of destroyed, and there's like cars broken everywhere, all leading into the abyss. Except standing at the end of the abyss is like Barney, just peeking out at the edge of at the edge of a building. Hello.
A really pixelated one.
There has to be some motivational quote there as well.
Do great things.
Do great things. I was gonna quote "womp womp womp" as a sound that it made. Yeah, Josiah said earlier humans are hard. They are very hard. Organic beings are extremely difficult. The only ever organic being that I've done successfully is the cat, which I actually should have right here. So this is the cat that I use. This is the one and the only one that I've done. It's based on my cat. So this is the one that I used for the vending machine. Obviously, the hair isn't done as well as I would have liked it, but it was my first time messing with hair. Have you guys actually seen the full render of this? It's on my other channel. Let's see how long it would take to render. Come on. No, it might take way too long to render. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. I'm sorry. I'm so proud of the way the hair turned out, even though it's not like the best hair in the world. I just kind of, I don't know. There's something about this that I really like. Shizuko says, "Hey Cheif, what's the best way to get over stage fright? I'm trying to do speed painting, but I'm terrified." Do you mean you want to do a speed paint on your channel? If you're trying to do it on your channel, it's a lot easier. Because then you're not looking at people, like, face to face. Let me go onto your channel really quickly. Hold on. I'm trying to type in your channel name. Shizuko Rose KTK. Shizuko Rose KTK. Okay. Does that... No, that doesn't link me to your channel. How do I... I have to go onto YouTube to get onto there. Josiah says it looks nice. Thank you. The full render... the full render had some visual effects on it. Because this one... A lot of my early renders are based on this guy called Zao.io. I'm not gonna show his stuff on the stream because that's gonna copyright me. Give me 1 second to load up the actual cat. Alright, here's my other channel. I'm not used to showing stuff on my other channel. Here you go. Let me mute this really quickly. Mute. Yeah, so a lot of my earlier renders are built on are based on this guy called Zawio, who won the 2017 Australian opening title sequence, made in Cinema 4D using Octane render, and he made this. I don't know. I don't want to show it, but I guess I could Google it for you guys. I highly recommend watching this. Okay. So that's his name right there. That one. Pause 2017 titles. It's so good. So good. If you guys follow Blender Guru, or if you guys use Blender, you might have seen him make a tutorial called, how to make a subway in 30 minutes or whatever. That subway originally came from Zawio, and I happen to also have that subway done. Except I didn't do it in Blender. And I also did it before, Blender Guru did it, so there you go. If I could find it, I could show it. I need to upload all of these. I don't know why I haven't uploaded these. There you go. I'm gonna have to mute this somehow. Let's is it? It's probably this one. Nope, that's the old one. There you go. All right, mute that. Go on. So that's the original. No, this is my recreation of Zawio's subway, which you'll also see in Blender Guru's video. I don't know why I haven't uploaded these. But these are just like my early pieces of work. I'm still very happy with it. There you go. Shizuko says I don't have anything on it. Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind then. But are you planning to start uploading onto YouTube? Because if you are, I could give you some tips, especially if you're just starting out. Cometine says, who's the character on your Google background? It's Kurumi, from Date Alive. You, Angelo keeps on mocking me for having Kurumi everything. Kurumi, Date Alive was one of like the first animes that I watched, and like everything that I have is based on Kurumi. Hey, there. Speaking of Angelo, there she is. Yeah, kids Kurumi best grill, my waifu. Zach says, what? You got shiny milk? Oh, and Pokemon. Strangely enough, I just started playing Pokemon. Well, I didn't just start. I started playing Pokemon a few weeks ago again, playing Platinum. I was trying to get the fish. Oh my god. Harry, look at the stream. I was trying to get the fish to be seen, but this is all that's left of the fish.
Yeah.
I try to scream for help, but nobody hears you in space. Nobody hears you underwater. Alright, maybe that's not possible. Maybe I can't get them to be seen. Let me try again. Did you see it? Shizuko says Barney scares me. This ass purple dino watching me and smiling from behind a building going womp womp. Have you heard of the original story? Hey, I believe I made a clip of the original story. I don't know why. I don't know how I managed to get this monetized. But if you search up like purple dildo on TeamWnJ, hold on a second. TeamWnJ purple dick might show something. No, it's not gonna show. It's gonna show some weird ass shit. Okay. Wait, 5 reasons your penis might turn purple. What did I just search up?
What did you just?
Oh, it's not as bad as horse cock.
It's getting up there. It's getting up there.
You know what else is going up there?
Which one is it? It's one of the. It's one or the other.
It's Captain Hook.
Oh.
Zactaz goes, Cheif, can you give me advice on a video I made? It is called You're Adopted. Send that to me. First of all, you got a typo in your title. Second of all, send that to me in PMs. Or send no. Well, even better, post that in hashtag feedback. Because that's the best way to get some good feedback from us. Angelo goes, Thanos dick. Thanos dick. Oh my god. Imagine that.
Tag incest.
Wait, Harry, you're really soft.
What? Oh. Am I?
Well, you were.
Still soft? Oh. Maybe I'll up my mic a bit.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
No one. Nothing. Captain Hook. But can you do this? Going. Anyway, I gotta help Shizuko. Shizuko asked earlier, how do I get over stage fright? It's a different thing doing it online, it's like speaking in front of a camera, than it is speaking in front of an audience. Josiah knows this from me firsthand because he saw me at PAX. But I've got a few things going for me that, compared to a lot of other people, in the way I get over stage fright, in that I started very young. So when I was in primary school, ever since second grade, or even first grade even, I don't remember that far back, right? But, like, since a long-ass time ago, we had to do, it was, like, 2 presentations every single month, every single term, in front of the entire school. And so the class would get together, think of a topic, and we'd present it to the entire school, twice a year or something. Spirits XL Super Neptunia RPG endorses this show. Yeah, I'll get to that. So yeah, anyway, I was presenting in front of a large audience since I was very young. The second thing is that I've been uploading to YouTube for around 9 or 10 years at this point, because I started my first channel in 2010, when I was 10 years old, and I'm turning 20 this year. So I've been doing it. I've been posting myself on YouTube for about 10 years. But when I first started out, I wasn't very confident with my skills on YouTube. Like, I never really had stage fright in the traditional sense, where I would stand up on a stage, pick up the mic, and then go. I wouldn't have that. I was perfectly fine being in front of a lot of people. In fact, I kind of liked standing in front of people, and I kind of enjoyed, talking to a lot of people about different things. That's just something that I really enjoy doing. Like, I want to be a teacher, and I love putting myself out there. However, since I stopped going to high school because I graduated, I've been giving less and less presentations. I've been giving less and less presentations in front of less and less people, because the school that I went to in Canada I don't think I had a single presentation where I had to speak in front of a bunch of people. I had several of them, but the amount of people were like 8 or like 12 at most. And then in university, it was more about the same. Right? Like, our classes weren't that big, right, Eric? It was like 20 something at most. 30 maybe. Yeah. And so that, compared to the entire school, is a big change. So the last time I ever gave a big presentation in front of hundreds of people was 2018, because I went back to school to give a presentation. Yeah. And then, so because there was such a big break, there was a big cut in the terms of frequency that I was giving big presentations, my presentation skills started dropping. And so when I went to PAX, I was actually quite nervous when I gave my speech at PAX. Not to mention that I got really ticked off because the guy fucked me over. But that's another story. Anyway, basically my point is, I have a lot of things going for me that fight off stage fright. First of all, I don't have stage fright in the first place. And second of all, I have things to fight off against stage fright, because I have minor amounts of stage fright. So I can give you advice, but it's not going to be universally effective for everyone. Josiah gave a little bit. What he said was, wait, hold on. He says, everyone has their own way to deal with stuff. I'm sort of a just stop looking, just leap kind of person. Once I'm doing something, I don't get stressed out anymore. I just push myself over that lump as fast as possible. That's how I deal with it in real life, stage fright at least. Yeah. I'll get to Angelo in a second. But anyway, The thing that gives most people stage fright, from what I've gathered from talking with people. Okay, yeah, from talking with people who have stage fright. So a lot of people are embarrassed to start talking in front of a stage. I think most people are. But what most of them say is they're afraid that they'll get something wrong on the stage. Like, they'll either say something wrong, or they'll do something wrong, or they'll forget what to say, or whatever. One of my teachers told me that if that is what you're afraid of, if you're afraid of messing up and stumbling and making a mistake or forgetting your lines, the way to fix that is just practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. Because if you've done so much practice that you can, like, there's no way you could possibly get something wrong, then why are you afraid? I don't agree with that. However, it works for some people. I personally don't agree with that, because how many of you guys have gone into an exam, studied your ass off for the past 2 damn months for this one fucking exam, and then as you enter the exam hall, your brain is thinking of why chimpanzees are brown? Like, your brain is just mush. It doesn't want to remember a single thing that you possibly remembered. So, because I know people with that sort of experience, I'm like, okay, well, clearly, even if you practice and practice and practice, the second you get into that heat of the moment, you're going to forget everything. Me, personally, if you're telling me to read something, if you're telling me to recite the entire Levaslier script in front of a stage, that would give me stage fright. Because then I wouldn't be afraid of forgetting everything. I know I would be forgetting everything. So my way to counter this is every single presentation that I've given, that I've had to read a script for, I take the script and I throw it. Because if I don't need to remember a script, I will not forget the script. I will just improvise everything on the spot. Instead of remembering the script, I'll remember the points that I need to deliver. And I need to make sure I can string every single point in with one another. I'm not particularly afraid of missing certain points, because I can always say them again somewhere else. So, I'm not particularly scared of that happening. If you're doing YouTube stuff, if you're recording a video and you're doing a speed painting, what I'm assuming the process that you're going to be doing with that is you're going to be drawing everything while recording, and then afterwards you're going to put it into editing software, speed it up, and then do voiceover over that to explain what you're doing. That's what I'm assuming. In that scenario, when you're online, you've got an even bigger advantage, because what you can do is you can say stuff that's happening on the screen. Being very careful, by the way, for anyone doing YouTube commentary, being very careful not to be too obvious in what you're saying. If I'm doing a tutorial on this and I'm like, okay, right now I'm gonna draw a straight line. Yes, we can see that. Okay. But if that's all you're saying, it's I'm gonna do a circle here, I'm gonna draw a circle here, and I'm gonna draw a smiley face here, and I'm gonna draw a nose here. Yes, we can see that. Well, how about explain why you're doing that? Explain something that we can't see. Because on YouTube, if you keep on saying what you're doing, but people can see what you're doing, like, people are gonna get bored, because you're not adding any extra information with your voice. Why don't just not have your voice in the first place? But because you do have the power of editing, you can, even if you say it on the fly, if I'm saying, okay, so you're gonna draw a circle here, draw a circle there, draw a nose there, and draw a smile there, I can watch that back and then think to myself, hang on, is that really necessary? And then I can cut that part out and then add in something that I plan to say. If you have a face cam, it actually could work against you, because with a face cam, what I have to try to do is speak towards the camera and speak towards you. If you didn't have the face cam, if that wasn't there, I could write a script and then record myself reading the script, because I could literally be reading the pages off and nobody would, I mean, you can tell that someone's reading off a script, but it's not as obvious because you're not watching me read a script down. But anyway, so if you're doing online video, first of all, get a good microphone. Get a good microphone. That's going to instantly make you a lot better. And you can write something down and just kind of read it into the mic. Get a private space, so your mom isn't listening, your brother isn't listening, your boyfriend isn't listening. You got a private room. Just sit down, calm down, get your script up, read it over in your head, and just say it. Afterwards, once it's done, there's a small problem where people don't like listening to their own voice. You're just gonna have to get used to that. I don't know any other way around it. You're just gonna have to get used to that. Anyone who does YouTube videos and does commentary and has to listen to their own voice will understand. Because understand that whenever you hear your own voice, it always sounds worse. It's a psychological thing. I don't know why that happens, but it does.
I think it happens less to a narcissist.
What? Are you implying something? What was Eric about to say?
I find it fascinating that my voice sounds oddly different from how I hear it normally. So I'm like, cool, this is interesting. I don't sound this low in reality, but like when I record it, it sounds lower. I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. And
In my case, yeah, you finish yours. Sorry.
It's how do you say? It's like how I don't get the effect too much.
Harry, go on.
For me, it's like the opposite of Eric, where I felt like, I don't sound this high pitched.
High pitched.
Do I?
What's actually happening? I've done a little bit of research in this. What's actually happening is because when we hear our own voice when we're talking, we're not actually hearing our own voice as it's coming out of our mouth. What you're hearing is your own, because your voice comes from inside you, and so the vibrations go through your like skull and whatever. You can still hear it. So a little interesting thing you can do is if you put your hands next to your ears like this, like what I'm doing on the camera, just do that and start talking, and just try to cover up your own ears. Try to cover up your own ears like that and start talking. It's gonna be really weird because you're not gonna hear everything that your voice is projecting back into your own ears. And that just proves to you that what you're hearing of your own voice in your own ears physically is not actually representative of what other people hear from you. And so when you speak into a microphone, that's what people are actually hearing of you. Like when they're actually having a conversation with you. But it's just weird for us because we never think about that, and when we hear that realization, we're like, we don't sound good, because it's just a bit different. It's not that you don't sound good; you just sound different. That's all.
I thought it was like how the frequency in like how the microphones are engineered to make it sound different than what you think you sound.
The frequency of the probably. It could have a difference. Like different different quality mics have produced a different quality sound. But with most mics, they generally sound the same. Because what I meant by that, not the quality wise. If I take a Rode microphone, which is used by professional filmmakers, that's the one you hold on a boomstick in a professional film set, and I compare that to some 2008 MacBook Pro microphone, there's gonna be an obvious quality difference there. However, if I record someone's voice with both devices and I play them back, you can very clearly tell that it is that person. Instead of it's not like those two are indistinguishable who they are. Also, notice this. If I'm talking to someone in real life, let's say I'm talking with you in real life, like either you, Herrick or Harry, doesn't matter. My voice sounds the same online as it does when you're talking to me in real life, right?
Right.
Exactly. So to you, I sound exactly the same. To me, I sound a bit different. So there is some sort of frequency change with microphones because it's tech and it's never perfect, but I don't think it's that significant. What I think is the more significant factor is the way we interpret it ourselves. Angelo just told me to buy an XLR. I will not buy an XLR. I'm not that type of person. I don't need that much tech. Oh shit, what the hell did I just do? Let's see. I scrolled. I missed a lot of chats. I'm just gonna scroll back up and check a lot of the comments. Josiah said earlier you can play it off, just laugh at yourself. That's a really good tip. That's a really good tip to like. It doesn't really happen that much online, because if you mess up, you can just kind of cut it out instead of making fun of yourself. But it's a good tip in real life. If you're presenting and some dumb shit happens, you could always laugh it off. The most important thing is if there's any awkwardness in a real life situation where you're giving a presentation, you absolutely have to own up to that awkward moment and make it so that you intended for that awkward moment to happen. That will twist the awkward moment around to make it so that like you intended it to happen, so it's not awkward. If you leave the awkward moment awkward, it's gonna stay awkward. And then it's gonna be one of those things that you think back to 5 years later, and you're like, God damn it, what the hell did I do that? Angelo says reading ASMR with Cheif. Could you imagine? Okay, could you imagine it's Cheif, not Julian? Like if I use the Cheif voice to read a book out. Someone's gonna like it. Anyway, Shizuko. Not sure if that helped you. Would like to hear some of your feedbacks on what you thought about what I just said. Also, what everyone else just said. Let's fix this up a little bit. Hold up. Andrea says, I'll fall asleep immediately, IMO. What do you mean you fall asleep immediately? Wait, you mean you're gonna be presenting and you're just gonna fall asleep? How does that work? How does that work? Could you imagine walking up on a stage? Hello, everybody.
I'm waiting for that comment. For her to correct herself, which I already know what she's talking about.
I bet that her comment is gonna start with, no, 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 you dumb, or something like that. I feel like Angelo's setting something up on me. Angelo just said, have you tried Yema cake, Cheif? I feel like he's setting me up for something.
That is such a.
I'm gonna fall for it. I'm gonna fall for it intentionally. What's Yema cake? Zach says, are you gonna ever stream Roblox? No, I'm not gonna stream Roblox. I don't really have an interest in playing Roblox. Andrea says, no! I mean the Cheif reading ASMR thing. Go on! She wrote.
See?
You dumb! There it is. Shugo goes, I didn't talk much as a kid I didn't talk as a kid as no one wanted to hear what I say and tell me they didn't care, and so now everyone wonders why I'm so quiet and I'm almost dead. Well, yeah, that happens. Exactly what Josiah says. Oof, yeah, that happens. Oh. Okay, so Angelo wasn't trying to set me up. Yema cake is a food, you dingus lama. Okay. I have no idea what Yema cake is. I thought he was about to pull one of those, what was it?
Yema something.
Yeah, exactly. What would you
thought so,
continue
too.
that with?
Yema piece of shit on yourself. I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't know. That's I could come up with. Random.
Yema. I feel that sounds like yeah my.
Yeah. Oh wait, does it?
It has to be like yeah. Let's say it fast. It's like Yema. It's like an accent.
Yema cake.
Yema cake is better than yours.
Yema cake. Hi,
Yeah.
He fell for.
What now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who goes, Cheif is scared by the things I say randomly. It's not random. It's because you've tricked me so many times.
Yeah, my muscle fat.
Yeah, my mom so fat. But that's saying your own mom, though. That's not saying someone else's mom. This guy says, so Cheif, Spirits XL, I haven't got on to 1.5. I haven't finished it. I started it, but I haven't finished it. I wasn't paying full attention to it. So I don't really remember much from it. I'm gonna have to sit down and actually watch it. Because I was doing things here and I had it on the other screen. And then like it went halfway through and I had to go somewhere, so like it basically added zero value to me. But you blame that one on me. That's not the show. That was my fault. You should go because, yeah, my balls. What? I mean, that kind of worked. Yeah, my balls. Anyway, back up to, I forgot I had to say something to Shizuko. Earlier, when I said, like, I was talking to people who have stage fright and whatnot, it reminded me. There's a very simple thing that people... Well, it's not simple. There's a very... It's simple in a sense of what you have to do. It's not simple to actually do it. There's a very simple thing that people can do to change a lot of their life around. There's a quote from me. Well, it's not from me, but I don't know why people quote it from me. There's a quote that goes, you are who your friends are. And there's you can take that, like, that's the actual quote, but you take the meaning of that, and what that means is that your environment dictates who you are. And so for you, right there, growing up, a lot of people told you that you didn't want to, or they didn't want to hear what you wanted to say, and so as you grew up, it shaped you to not want to say what you want to say. The simple thing to do here is to cut off from those people. Change your environment, and that will change who you are. So, instead of surrounding yourself full of people who are telling you that they don't want to hear your stories, or, you know, that they have stage fright, especially if everyone around you says they have stage fright, or, like, they're scared of presentations, if you surrounded yourself with a bunch of friends... Good night, Josiah. If you surrounded yourself with a bunch of friends who all wanted to give presentations, who are all very excited to share their stories in front of different people, who are all very excited and listening to different stories, that will dramatically change who you are. It's simple in theory. Finding those people might be a bit difficult. They're not hard to find. It's just actually going out there and finding them. First of all, you have me here, who loves sharing my stories. So just by being in some of these streams, I'm hoping that some of my juice... What does that mean? Hold on, I need to put better words there. Some of my, I don't know a better word for it. That's the word I usually use. Some of that stuff. That makes it even worse. You get what I mean. Some of that stuff transfers over. Like, yeah, my energy. There you go. I don't mean that in... Oh my god. Every time I say another word, it just gets worse and worse. I don't mean that in a mystical way. I just mean like the energetic energy. Some of that should transfer over naturally. So there you go.
Energetic energy, nice.
Energetic energy. You know, it's the stuff that you buy in the grocery store. You get a drink of it. Energetic energy, 10% more. Gatorade. Gatorade.
Free sugar.
Free sugar. Angelo says, Cheif, the rig. I recorded the video. I haven't uploaded it yet because it's still in the editing process. What I'm doing, here's the script, by the way. What I'm doing is I'm comparing these 4 rigs. I'm not just doing these 2. I thought I'd do everything because these are the more common ones as well. And so by combining everything, it would just make for a much better video. But that being said, though, because I'm reviewing 4 different rigs, I have to record a bit more footage. So it's almost done. Should be up this Wednesday. Andrea says, I'll go for buko pie instead. What's buko pie? Angelo says, Cheif should go to the Philippines. I did plan a trip to go to the Philippines, but shit got in the way and I couldn't go. Probably sometime in the future, because here's the thing. I have a free flight. Because I'm a frequent flyer. So that means I can stack up a lot of frequent flying points. I've got I have like 62,000 flying points that I can use. And with those points, I can redeem free flights. I was planning to redeem a free flight over to the Philippines, but shit happened. I can't go now. And my points are expiring in August. And so I have to use all my points by August. Otherwise, I'm going to run out of points by the time I get to next year. And I was planning to fly there next year. Problem is that I won't have the points, so I have to pay for the fare up front, meaning I have to get a lot more money in order to do that flight. Which isn't a problem. It just means it takes a bit more time. Also, I did use my points. I'm going back to Hong Kong August 14th to 25. And I got a free flight. There you go. What am I doing? Right, I was doing the renders. That is wrong.
You are wrong.
Did you guys ever have stage fright when you were growing up?
Not in particular.
Not in particular?
It's when it's presentation and it's like pre-picked or name out of a hat. It's just like just gotta do it.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just a problem I have sometimes is that occasionally when we're recording stuff, I laugh a bit too much.
Nah, you're just being self-conscious. Your fucking laughs are hilarious. I think everyone here agrees that Harry's laugh is a staple. Like that's not something that you should be afraid of. That's something you should own up to.
No, like sometimes we need to like not laugh, and I fucking laugh in the middle of recording because someone else is giggling while they're recording.
Ah, I see.
And then I end up giggling the next 10 fucking takes, even though there's no one laughing anymore.
Fair. I thought you meant laugh as in like the volume of your laugh.
Oh no.
Because whenever you laugh, you usually make everyone else laugh.
Oh.
What about you, Eric? You just do stuff? Like, you just gotta do what you gotta do?
I mean, yeah, it's like by the time like in middle school, it's like most of the presentations I had was either group presentations or just individual.
Right.
But like there always a point where a teacher will be like picking our names, randomizers, or already preset beforehand. So then we're like, okay, I guess we're going in this order. And then by the time you're in high school, it's just like, there shouldn't be anything to be scared of.
Yeah.
Like in English, and other things, stuff like that. You're getting a grade at the end, so like they're not gonna like our classmates are not gonna judge you because they're doing the same shit. They have to do it the same shit. So
Precisely.
we all lose, but we win in a way.
Yeah. It's just I don't know why people like have a bad. They always think presentations are bad. It's like if you surround yourself with people who think presentations are bad, like especially I don't know. I'm not sure if it's like this for Andrea. I don't think so, because Andrea is still in high school and she's in university. My bad, I forget. But like she had to give a presentation a while ago. I was hoping that her classmates wouldn't be the type of people who'd be like, oh, we're doing another presentation. I don't want to do a presentation. Yeah, because if you have surrounded by people like that, you're gonna naturally develop that behavior, and that's just gonna spread. People like to go the easy way with things, and presentation, I don't know why it's developed in a way that nobody wants to do presentations, because there's nothing harmful about a presentation. It's just a presentation. Where the hell is my guy? There it is.
The funny thing is that some of our classmates are like that, but then they're like, because you know how sometimes presentations, that teachers always set kind of time limits for you?
Yeah.
right? So then they're like, oh, I don't know if I can actually, like, they do the presentation, like, they make the presentation, but they're like, oh, I don't know if I can actually finish the presentation within X amount of time. I have so much to say. Why couldn't the teacher just say, just write in it, have us write an essay, because I can write so much more. So that's part of our classmates.
That is true. That is true. But I think the skill that teaches is how to get information out quickly.
Yeah,
Like,
precisely.
not like, sorry, what I meant by that is that it teaches you that in when you're trying to give a speech, the only information that you should be giving out is the information that truly matters. And because when you're writing an essay, you can really draw things out and keep writing and writing and writing and writing. But how many people really want to hear that length of a full story? And what the yeah, so when you learn to do good, oh, damn, I forgot I could do that. Sorry. When you learn to give a good speech, you learn that what you thought was important ain't necessarily that important. And then you can
Sometimes, yeah.
identify what's good and what's not needed.
Hmm.
Clementine said Harry is a precious potato. Congratulations, Harry,
What?
you are now the precious potato.
Oh,
In 2015, I was
precious
I was the kawaii potato, according to Simplicity. Angelo says, isn't like taking airplane trips a hassle to do and so damn expensive? Like, how do you know where to stay, what to bring, what to do, etc.? You gotta plan everything out. What? Okay. Because you guys are in the Philippines, you've got one extra hassle that Andre is facing right now, because Andre is coming in December. That extra hassle is the visa. I've got 2 passports, so I really don't have anywhere I can't go. I fly very frequently, so it's not really that much of a hassle. Is it expensive? Sure. It depends on where you're flying and when. If you're flying back home in Christmas, it's gonna be expensive. Or yeah, but like so like you want to avoid holiday season. You want to avoid like summer vacation season. If you do it somewhere in between, that's usually fine. It's not gonna be cheap, but it's not as expensive. What's going on, Sockvan YT? What are you doing? He asks. I am working on the behind the scenes of my animated web series, Levaslier, right here on my t-shirt. Except right now we're turning it into a comic version, so I'm just getting a few renders done while I talk with you guys in YouTube. Welcome to the stream. Hope you subscribe. Hope everyone right now hits that like button as well. I hope Josiah hit the like button before he left the stream, because that would be really, really helpful for my channel and for my heart. It's important. But yeah, if you're gonna go, Andrea, have you ever flown out of the country before? Andre has never flown. No, Andrea's flown out to Singapore. But you want to do things months in advance, cause with Andrea, what I wanted to do was fly over to the Philippines, right about now, actually. But I told this to her months and months ago, and we said, hey, could you look for a place to stay? But she was too busy, and she couldn't find any place to stay. And by the time she did, which was about in May, say, so like 2 months ago, at that time she found it, and then I decided to start booking, but at that time, all the flights were already booked. But if you get lucky, like me, right now flying back to Hong Kong, I'm flying back next month, and I just booked it. So that I can get lucky. Unfortunately, there's an extent to how much I can get lucky. You don't get to choose what places you get to sit in. You don't get to choose like what airlines you get to fly. You don't get to choose what time you fly at. So do everything in advance. While you're booking that flight, also look at where you're gonna stay, how you're gonna get there. You're also gonna have to get internet connection ASAP or phone connection in order to communicate, because you need to tell people whether you landed safely or not. So like phone cards and stuff will have to be important. And from that point onwards, it should be pretty self-explanatory. But I think that the lifesaver is internet. I think the key important thing is internet, because once you get internet, everything else kind of solves itself. Hey, welcome back, Gume Arts. It's been a while since I've seen you. Also, hey, Kick, what's going on? Oh, thanks for your tutorials. Some are very interesting. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying these live streams as well. Well, I mean, you just joined in, but well, since you're here, since I haven't seen you before, this is the Levaslier production diary, the behind the scenes of my animated web series Levaslier right here on my t-shirt. Right now, what we're working on is getting some renders for the comic version of Levaslier that should be coming out at the end of this year. In these live streams, by the way, for people who are new here, in these live streams, I just like talking with you guys and getting to hear what you guys are doing and trying to sharing some stories of what I'm doing. If you joined in because you saw the title as the weirdest things that have happened in Minecraft, we've already gone through that. But if you want to share your stories of strange things that have happened to you in Minecraft, please feel free and go ahead. The story that I shared, just to summarize it, basically, I had a dream last night where I was in Minecraft and I couldn't tell that I was in Minecraft. I just thought that I was normal. And at some point I realized I was dreaming and I woke up and I was like, wait, is this reality or am I dreaming? What's going on here? And that kind of threw me off. But it also made me realize that when I was a kid, weird things would happen where I would walk around with Harry, my friend, who's in the stream right now. I would walk around with him and then all of a sudden I'd be hearing random Minecraft sounds in real life. This was back before Minecraft mobile was popular. And so you'd be looking around and like, did I hear a zombie? Did I really hear a zombie? So that happened to me a lot as a kid. It's just a weird thing. Shizuko says, I nearly had a blackout during a presentation. Wait, do you mean you nearly? Hold on. I nearly had a blackout during a conversation, and it took me months to grow enough confidence to join live streams. I would have just said hi and leave. Oh, wait. Oh, you mean blacked out as in, like, fainting, not, not, like, the lights going dark, right? Kick says, I'm starting to do some Minecraft animation someday. Force Arts is helping me. Maybe you know him. I don't know Force Arts, but I could look him up, and it would be cool to get to know more people here. It's great to hear that you're doing Minecraft animations. I hope my tutorials are helping you a lot. Like, when I talk about Minecraft animations, a lot of people think of, like, the really bad Minecraft animations. I hope that you're not going to turn out to be one of those guys. By watching my tutorials, I know you're not going to be one. I have full confidence that you're going to be extremely successful doing Minecraft animations if you keep on focusing on doing what you love. Angelo says, I've never even commented in YouTube videos. It just so happens that Cheif replied when I commented. Now I sometimes socialize with people who I don't know. Yeah, it's a really cool thing, man. I mean, hold on, I want to finish talking about the travel thing. I have a friend called Aria. You might have seen her on Discord. She's a really, really close friend of mine, and she's the first person that I ever met online. And she's the one who introduced me to Anime Trending, which is the anime company that I work for. That's where I met Andrea, like 6 years ago. But anyway, so Aria and I are really close friends. We haven't met each other either, but I told her, hey, Aria, I'm going back to Hong Kong mid-August and whatnot. You want to come over? And she did plan on coming over. The problem is, she's looking to fly now, but I think I'd literally booked the last flight from to Hong Kong or whatever. So she can't find a decent flight to fly there, first. Second of all, she's like, do you have anywhere for me to stay that's under 10 US dollars every single night? So I searched that up and I'm looking for hotels and whatnot. Hotels are literally thousands of dollars to stay at for a single night. I'm like, Jesus Christ, okay, that ain't right. So I looked for Airbnb instead, which is just like an apartment room that you can rent. And I found several apartments that are like $12. I'm like, okay, Aria, here's the lowest one. It's $12 per night. She looks into it. She's like, perfect. The place looks halfway decent. It's a bit small, but it's fine. So let me book the room. And as she's booking the time where I would be there, it's filled up. Every single Airbnb is filled up at that time. Well, like, shit. So basically, there's nowhere for her to stay that's within her budget. So there you go. Travel advice. Book everything beforehand. Herder. Andre says 4 years, maybe we reached 4 years. No, we've been dating for 4 years, but I met you before we started dating. We didn't date. It wasn't love at first sight, honey. Kick says, I know a lot about Minecraft animations. I was just never motivated to do a really big thing. Are you about to do a really big thing? I mean, really big things are really hard to do. I know this because I've been working on Levaslier for like 8 years now. I would recommend, honestly, starting off with smaller things. That, or I would break down a big project into small things. So, like, if I had more time, if I was doing Lev in a different dimension where I actually followed my own advice, because, hey, surprise, I don't follow my own advice sometimes. What I would do is divide Lev into, like, 1-minute episodes that I could make frequently. I think what's more important in making a big project, rather than making one big episode every single year, is to consistently make more episodes. So, in an alternate universe, what I would be doing with Levaslier, excuse me, I just smacked the mic there. What I would be doing in an alternate universe is I'd be making 1-minute animations for Levaslier every single month, if possible. That's what I'd be doing. That's a much more realistic goal than just making, like, massive animations every year. Yeah, that what Shizuko says is great. Yes, Kick, join our Discord. There's a link in the description to join our Discord community. That's where you can share your content in our hashtag feedback channel for the rest of the community to see, and we can give feedback on what we think of your animations and how you can improve. We also we started watching SAO 3. Oh, dude, Harry, Eric, you guys watch SAO 3, right?
Nope.
You don't?
Time ago.
Oh, okay. So in a little premise in SAO 3 is that they've developed a technology that can recreate the human soul.
I know that. Yeah.
And then Kirito, the main character, is put into this machine where there are virtual quote-unquote NPCs. The thing is, when he gets in there, he has no memories of his real self. And so when he's in there, he thinks... Yeah, he just has no memory at all. And that just reminded me of my dream, man. Right? Where I was dreaming and I was Cheif Rahyton in Lazuria.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so surreal.
Also, I think I did watch, like, the first 2 episodes.
You did? I quite liked the first episode. It was a bit... Okay, my critic self, my inner film critic is telling me it's a bit too much exposition.
Explanatory?
Yeah. But I don't necessarily see a problem with exposition. A lot of people say, oh, exposition bad. But no... I mean, they can explain why in that they'll say, because it's boring. Well, boring exposition is boring. You can do exposition in a not necessarily boring way. It's just, I feel like when people say exposition is boring, what they really mean is, 1, boring exposition is boring. 2, too much exposition is boring. And 3, there are better things to do in place of exposition. That being said, a little bit of exposition just to explain a small part, or like a small or big part of the story quickly is fine, I think.
It wasn't as bad as, like, what's a really bad expositional episode of anything?
Not to mention how they explained the soul in the first episode.
I think they intentionally did it confusingly. Because they re-explained it in the episodes that came after.
But the image that they had to put was a source of light in a cup, and that's the soul, because it's just roaming around in a dark place.
Is that the image? I don't remember the exact image they used.
It was just a kind of B-roll, and it's just a top-down view. But then the light from the table, up top of the table, just shines down, and you see this yellow orb in Kirito's cup.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the way they showed that. No, you're right.
I'm like, cool, dude. Of course the soul's roaming around in our bodies.
I don't like the way they're showing the magic as well, but, you know. Let's see what's going on in the chat real quick. You guys are mocking my honey. Fuck. God damn it. Saying honey keeps on reminding me of this fucking honey damn whiskey that I keep on complaining about because it's so damn sweet. I hate this fucking whiskey. My Facebook keeps on showing me advertisements for American honey. This fucking honey whiskey that I hate so much. It keeps on showing me ads. I've seen 6 ads within the past 2 damn days. I never looked up this thing. It's so damn annoying I want to stop seeing it. Holy shit. There's your rant of the day. Honey, where's my super suit? Says Kamatayan. Kick Design says, do you know Black Plasma Studios? Their animations are inspiring me a lot. I've contacted Black Plasma, but I don't know them. Black Plasma happens to be a studio that actually makes Minecraft animations that can keep them sustainable for a living, which is something that I want to do as well. Listen, they get paid like thousands of dollars on their Patreon every single month. That's sustainable. So what I want to do is contact them, and not as much as the animation side, because they use Blender, it's a different program. For what I want to do with Black Plasma is figure out some like business stuff with them, like how they did their stuff. But that doesn't relate to anything that you guys do. Kamatine says Black Plasma animations have a nice story, but the animations need some work. I feel like because Black Plasma is under time constraints most of the time, they don't have that much flexibility in time, and they have to sacrifice some quality in order to get the animation done. That's what I feel like. And also with Black Plasma, I know you're not trying to be rough and criticize them, but like I'm just saying, with Black Plasma, they can get away with a little bit of bad animation because it's not terrible. Like if you compare it to some Minecraft animations, especially the guys doing it with Minimator and have no idea what they're doing, like that is shit quality. But Black Plasma makes pretty decent quality stuff, so they can still get away with it in the end. Wait, Andre says, and there he goes. What do you mean? What do you mean, and there he goes? Did I go on a rant or something? Oh, you mean about the honey whiskey? Yeah, I did. Okay, I need to distort his mouth. I realized last stream that I need to rework my slime rigs once again. Because there are so many emojis that I've drawn that I can't recreate with what I have in the slime rig right now, meaning I have to, like, manually manipulate them. But it's amazing how much you can accomplish with 3 dots.
I know, right?
Angelo says I used to use Minimator. I used Minimator way back, but you know my thoughts on Minimator. It's because it makes everything way too simple. That's my problem with it. Kick Design says I want to use Minimator before I was using Cinema 4D like 4 years ago. Yeah, and you started using Cinema 4D like me, and you never wanted to go back to anything else, right? Have you tried Blender as well? When I first started, it was either Blender or Minimator, and I tried both of them, and both of them, they're not. Okay, I'm gonna be careful in the way I say this. I'm gonna say they're shit, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in that they're shit for me. Like, I don't like using them, me personally. But, like, Blender and Minimator, they can be good, okay? Blender is fucking amazing. It's just, I'm just saying that as a phrase, okay? But anyway, so they're shit. And then I jumped on a cinema, and the user interface was so good. Everything was so simple. I get renders done so nicely. And it was just so friendly to use. Never went back to anything else, man. Kick Design says, which rig is that, by the way? I'm using the FMR Animate rig that's being used by TeamWnJ. You can find a free download for the excuse me, let me try that again. You can find a free download for the FMR Animate available on this channel if you just probably an easier way to find it if you search up FMR Animate TeamWnJ. You can find a download there. The FMR Animate is an edit of the original FMR5 rig that fixes up every single bug that the FMR5 presents, which is something that no other FMR rig does. So with every other FMR rig other than the FMR Animate, you're going to encounter a bunch of bugs with the rig that will just kill your animations. Mine doesn't. Mine also includes all the basic features and advanced features that any animator would need with nothing extra. So unlike the Anish Ridge rig, which adds a whole bunch of extra stuff that you're never going to use, mine is incredibly lightweight and incredibly small to use, meaning you can duplicate it as background characters as well, and you won't be lagging that much at all. Alternatively, there is another great rig that I can recommend. This rig is made by Angelo. Hey Angelo, can you hear me right now? So Angelo's rig, he's in the chat right now. Angelo has an amazing Minecraft rig. It's basically the Anish Ridge rig, but better. Because my problem with the Anish Ridge rig, and I'm sure you know what the Anish rig is, Kick. The Anish Ridge rig is so complex with so many different features, and it's features that people will never use. It includes features such as the auto walk and the auto run, which are used to trick beginners into thinking they will save time. So this is auto look, smart move, auto walk, auto run. These things are tricks. Don't fall for them. Because they say that and they think that they make it so that you're going to save some time. You're not really. Because whenever you have something like smart move, for those who don't know what smart move is, if you move a joint, like an arm or a leg, it will move the rest of the body accordingly. The problem with that is that you can't get precise movements because everything is moved automatically. If I want him to move his arm forward but having his shoulders stay in the exact same way, there is no way for me to do that. Because what will happen is, I'm going to move the arm forward and the shoulder is going to move, and I'm going to move the shoulder backward and the arm is going to move. So I remove the arm, but the shoulder is going to move again, and I have to remove the shoulder, and I have to remove the arm. That's going to consistently happen. Same thing, and the problem with auto walk. Auto walk is good for background characters because you don't want to animate like 10 people walking in the background by hand. So you chuck them in the background. Now, the Anish Ridge rig has auto walk and auto run. The problem is, because the Anish Ridge rig is so heavy with so many different features that you're never going to use for a background character, what's going to happen is the second you have more than one Anish rig, you're going to start lagging. And yes, there is the tier system that gets rid of different things that make the rig more lightweight. But why would you need that if in the rig in the first place was a lightweight rig? Because the problem with the Anish rig, once you use the tier system to get rid of the high detail and go to a low detail rig, you can never go back to a high detail rig. That's the problem. So Angelo's rig, it's called Angelo's Advanced Rig is the name. There it is. If you could send a link, just write in the drop a link in the chat. I think one of the mods might have to approve it. So go ahead, drop that link right there. There is a discount code that Angelo has provided me as well. The discount code is TeamWnJ. So my channel name, TeamWnJ. What that'll do is give you 10% off on the rig. And there you go. Basically, the Angelo rig is the best rig for any Minecraft animators using Cinema 4D. Angelo says Blender has a confusing GUI back then. That's why I gave up on it. My animator lacked the controls of the characters, only as FK then IK. You have the exact same reason that I left. Yeah, the GUI is what kills most people from Blender, and Minimator is missing a whole bunch of features. I'm pretty sure Minimator has some features now, like some more advanced features now, but nothing is as good as Cinema, in my opinion. Almost said in my onion.
You're an onion.
Do you remember way back when in TeamWnJ where when we started the server I would say onion?
Yeah.
Because it was what it was we were trying to say on-ing, as in the server is on-ing.
Yep.
But someone did a typo sometime and became onion.
Yeah, I wonder who that
I wonder
is.
who. Yeah, that's a really, really good question. Who could have done such a typo? Wow. Really makes you think. Sugoi.
F Sugoi.
What? Wait. Where did F Sugoi come from? I remember that. Where did that come from?
You.
Did it?
What was it for though? I forgot.
Why is the mouth broke?
I think it's a typo, but you just played it off as like something.
No, it's not F Sugoi. You fucked up. It's Sugoi. That's what it was. It didn't come from me. It's
Okay,
it's a Kimono Friends meme.
Oh,
It's Skoy.
okay, fair enough.
Okay, that is not doing the thing I'm intending it for it to do. I've been messing with Arkosh's face for the past, like, 10 minutes or so. I'm trying to get this one dumb face. There you go. There you go. Angelo just posted the rig. Alright, so Kick, there you go. If you check the comments right now, Angelo just posted a link to his rig. If you buy it now, you can use the discount code TeamWnJ. Make sure you use it before it expires. Where is the control? There it is. Also, you're welcome, Angelo. Alright, perfect. Look at his face. That's perfect. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. I hate that I can't list the alphabetical order off the top of my head unless I start from A. Is anyone else a dumbass like that? Harry?
What?
Are you able to list the alphabetical order if I told you to start from some random point that is not A?
Sure, go ahead.
So if I say, like, what comes after U? Can you instantly say what comes after, or do you have to think A, B, C, D, E, and then go from there?
Think a bit. No, think a bit.
So what comes
I
after
said
U?
V, by the way.
Yeah, V. Yeah. For me, my dumbass has to go, okay, what's after U? I have to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, and then go all the way to U, and then figure out what's after Z. Eric?
I break the entire fucking alphabet into a few chunks, so I don't have that problem.
Right. Eric, do you?
Sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kick says you're talking a lot just like me. I'm a loudmouth. A lot to talk about. There you go. The perfect Arkosh face. Actually, I might stretch that a bit more, actually. These slimes. These slimes are a gift.
Yep. They are indeed.
Shizuko just wrote an emoji after. Angelo says, "What comes after Z? It's ZA, Za, Zawando." Shizuko says the alphabet song has the same tune as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It does. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Interestingly, I told this to Harry before. Interestingly, the Happy Birthday song is... First of all, the Happy Birthday song is copyrighted. And so, by singing the song, you can actually get fined. Excuse me. However, it's weird that the Happy Birthday song is copyrighted because it shares the same exact melody as Good Morning to You. The original song is Good Morning to You, something, 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 but that's not copyrighted. Whoever made the Happy Birthday song stole that melody and then copyrighted the Happy Birthday one. Yeah, it's interesting. I told that to Harry, and Harry's like, what the fuck? The Happy Birthday song is copyrighted? It is. It actually is.
I'm waiting for that guy who copyrighted and see how much money he makes.
Yeah, I know, right? I just realized Zach Taz just told me he found a mushroom biome in the Nether. What? What? Man, what are you talking about? Like,
No comment.
what?
No comment.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Perfect. Fuck, these slimes are hilarious every single time I look at them.
They are a blessing.
It's Arkosh's mouth that's getting me every
I
single
know.
Who thought that the killer Arkosh, like look at the the killing machine that Arkosh is in the prologue animation. Look at that, and then look at him now. It makes me want to pull out my oh fuck, I fucked that one up. Give me that. What the hell is it? What is it doing? Oh, that's what it's doing. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I got this. Alright, there you go. Alright, anyway. What's supposed to be there is an exclamation mark. But I'll do all the effects stuff afterwards. I just need to get this final picture done. We got 30 minutes left. I do think I can finish this page today. It'd be nice if I do. So let's get it done. Did you see the text, Harry?
Yep.
Ah! Okay, there it is. Whoa. There we go. Angela's going, ah, as well. How could you resist? Okay, Andrea, if you fail to catch a fish and some part of the fishing line breaks, I think the line itself is very difficult to break, right? So
No, I've heard the line does break because it's
Yeah?
very delicate.
I see. I'm just wondering where it should snap, because in my drawing I said that the rope snapped. Okay, considering that it's also in the medieval ages, where it's not like a fiberglass string or whatever the hell we use nowadays. Oh, hey Cam, Arkosh SRX Arcdoc right here, says Angelo. Shocker. When I was calling with Andrea, I took his pelvis right here, and I was adjusting his pelvis, and we got some interesting results. Also, decided to make him phase through. Goodbye. Kick says, can you look at the hashtag feedback in your Discord? I'm having fun with your rig, lol. Oh god, did you download? What did you have fun doing? I'm gonna just take a quick peek. Oh, I should I should release the slime rig to the public. Angelo goes when you accidentally turn into a Roblox character. Okay, Kick. Here's the slime rig that we use. Obviously, this is not the default FMR rig that I have available for the public. We have custom rigs for the custom characters of Levaslier right here on my shirt. Let me just switch cam real quick. Got it. Show the damn. All right. So obviously we've got two special characters right there, the main characters. So we've got custom rigs for them. But because I did build the slime rigs from the ground up, I could release these. And what you can do with these ones, everyone loves this. You're about to see it again. You can do some of these things with with the slime rig, which makes me laugh every single time. Oh my god, you became a fucking what do you call the fucking blimps in the air? It's Arkosh is having some fun with Arkdoc. Oh damn, yeah, he's gonna teach you those swordsmanship skills tonight. Get ready for a hard lesson, Arkdocky boy.
Oh, it's funny every time.
It is. Andrea says, well, it depends on the quality, excuse me. In my experience, I was able to get... What? You got 2 fishes in 1 hook? And the line didn't... What? What? Andrea, I didn't know you were God. Jesus. What? Wait, how do you get 2
I didn't
fishes?
know your girlfriend's a god.
How many people just saw me on the camera? In my brain, I was mimicking how a fish would get hooked, how 2 fishes would get hooked, and I did that, thinking if the hook got out here, it would probably puncture through the other side, and then another fish could get hooked on there as well. I don't know how you could hook 2 fishes, man.
Isn't there like different types of hooks? It's not a singular hook.
Oh, that makes so much more sense than what I was thinking of. Of course, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Harry, were you about to say something?
No.
I realized a while ago, Eric, I'm not sure if you noticed as well. I was talking with Andrea and Harry about this. There's a weird coincidence where every single time I try to say something, you guys will try to say something as well. It's like we'll be saying something and then there'll be a break. And then after the break, we'll try to say something, but everyone just starts talking at the exact same time. This is not just in the live stream. This is like after the live stream when we're just goofing off. It happens a lot. Anyone else notice that?
Yeah.
See, right there, like that just now. You had to say yeah, and I was like, you notice that? I wonder why.
It's like how you...
Like that! Exactly! Like that! Point proven!
Well, how do you predict someone just randomly going like, "Do you guys just see that?" But
Yeah, no, you don't predict that.
Then-
It's just,
then
but like,
yeah.
why would that happen over and over again? Like, over and over again. I don't want to talk, just in case I overlap it again. But it's like, you would think that someone would speak a bit faster, or someone would speak... Okay, you wouldn't speak a bit slower, because someone else would be talking. You'd think that one person would go a little bit faster than the other. But it doesn't happen.
Well, you know the quote, "You're who you hang out with." So our pace basically like merged together, and we just kept on speaking in the exact same pace.
Andrea says it's a curse. You know how Andrea said she hooked 2 fish earlier, and I was like, how? Angelo just said, he said, with the help of Captain Hook, Cheif. Could you imagine if Captain Hook used his hook to catch a fish? Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
I will now proceed to use this fish to pleasure myself.
Oh my.
Where's that from?
Call a shark or something.
Shark!
Cookie.
Holy shit!
Code Geass, by the way.
What
It's
now?
where it came from. Code Geass is where
Code
it came
Geass, that's where it came from. Yes, thank you. Shark. Have you heard of the movie Sharknado?
from. Yes.
Eric, have you?
Are we going there?
Have you watched it?
What?
No.
You haven't? Oh, damn, okay. I watched Sharknado before I watched Jaws. How many of you guys have heard of Sharknado? So shut up.
Oh,
Wait, Eric, explain the premise of the movie from what you remember it as.
what? Why would you watch something a B grade before than a Steven Spielberg classic?
I don't know, but they said because the first time I watched Jaws was in school, because like I had to do a study on it. That's why I watched it in the first place. But with Sharknado, they said to me, this movie is so bad it actually is good, and it's one of the first movies I've ever heard that quote for. So I just had to watch it.
So
Wait,
they say the
can
same
someone
thing for-
explain the synopsis of Sharknado
No. Or what?
in the goofiest way possible? Hold on. Explain Sharknado in the goofiest way possible, even though it's already goofy. Harry, go ahead and try as well.
I never watched Sharknado.
But
so
you know what it's about, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay, from what the title says, guess what Sharknado is about?
A tornado shooting sharks into the shore and
That's about
I
right.
think. I'm not sure. Yeah, pretty much.
It's about right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought of it because I don't know Rooster Teeth. I don't know how many of you guys know Rooster Teeth, but they have a podcast, and at one point, one of the guys was telling a story, and he's like, "So I'm a filmmaker, and one of my first jobs being a filmmaker, I was doing my interview, and the guy I'm pretty sure the guy was testing me, and he asked me if I had watched this movie called Sharkdanko." And the Rooster Teeth employee just goes, so he goes, Sharkdanko, yeah, I've watched that movie, Sharkdanko. He wasn't sure if he should correct him, because he's going to be a future employer, or if it was a test to figure out if he could call out Sharkdanko being being the wrong name of the movie, but he just played along with it, Sharkdanko. So now every time I think of Sharknado, it's really hard for me not to say Sharkdanko. Sharkdanko. Zach does right. Zach does snarky teens learn how to tornadoes and people die and live. Okay, that sounds about right. Tornadoes and sharks. Imagine a tornado picking up a bunch of sharks and just yeeting it at people. Should be renamed Shark Eat. The yeeting of 2019. The yeeting of 2020. That's what we should do.
Fuck are we eating? Nuke.
No, it'll be instead of sharks this time. It'll be what's another fish? Fucking swordfish. Jesus Christ.
Fucking eating pufferfish.
Pufferfish? You mean pooferfishes?
Yes.
You know? Oh, yeah, that's horrible.
Shizuko says the director and producer of the movie Hot Piss that it got #1 comedy, and it wasn't comedy. Angelo goes, if you love Sharkdanko, there's a boss in Terraria that has a Sharkdanko as a boss skill. Jesus. I wish I could use Sharkdanko as a boss skill. If you were a video game boss, what would your special ability be? Suicide.
Why do you have to answer my lines for me?
You are who your friends are.
Fuck you.
Hold on. Kick says, could you look at feedback again? Sure, I'll take a look. Give me a second. Andre says you should make a render full of tornadoes and sharks flying out of it. I should. Hold on. Let me see what I missed. Hold on a second. Force Arts. Do I have something that you made? Or no. Force Arts. You aren't Force Arts. I might have something that Force Arts has. Nope, never mind. I thought I might have something. I have something from Yume Arts. Not Force Arts. Jesus Christ! What the hell? Could you imagine using this for the Anish Ridge rig? Oh my god. Okay, well, let me get this render done in 10 minutes because we're running out of time. But I should be able to do
What
it.
the hell?
What? You see what he just did?
Yeah, yeah.
What the hell? I like your reaction to that was just, what the hell? I mean, how else do you react to that, right?
Yeah, how else do you react?
Alright, the
Oh,
rope
friend zone.
breaks. Hey, Angelo, Kamatayan, or Kick, do you guys know a way of splitting a spline? Like, if I could... Okay, so I've got a sweep right here. Do you know if there's a way for me to completely disconnect this rope? You guys might know something that I don't here. I'm not really sure how I want to go about doing this. I mean, I've got a way of doing it. It's just I'm wondering if you guys have a better way. Shizuko says it's 12 on your end. You're fast by around 9 minutes. Wait. Where in the world are you? Okay. I'm not sure if anyone has a way to split splines up. I might just do this my way then. Yeah, I guess. Okay. So, I thought of maybe using the knife, but no knife here. Kick says maybe with a bool, but you can't move the other part then. Yeah, so what I thought of was to literally duplicate the sweep, create a point there, delete half of it, and delete the other half of it. But that it just seems like a very tedious thing to do, and I feel like there is a way to do it. Angelo says, I don't work with splines, but hold the pen tool besides the cube and find a knife or something. I don't know. Is there a knife tool for... No, I don't think so. And yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I'll just duplicate the sweep. I'll deactivate the first one. I use this one and then go into point mode. And then I'll create a point on where the split is supposed to be. And did we establish that the rope is going to break instead of the hook? So I'll go into point mode and I'll add a point there, say. Did I add it? No, I created a new one. Hold on. Hey, get out. Stop. Oh my god, it's doing the thing again. Thank you. Oh my god, stop. Thank you. Okay. So right around there. Hold on. Am I using the right tools here? I haven't messed with splines too much. But they are really interesting though. Add point. Add point. Spline smooth, chamfer, hard. Nope. How? How do I split? Hold on. Split point. There you go. Okay. So, split. There we go. Okay, there. Got it. So now that I've split that, let me delete that one. I can duplicate this, re-enable the original one, go into point selection mode, and then delete all the points before that point. That should be like that, right? And then... Yep, that looks about right. And then on the other one, I can delete every point after. Now, when both are enabled, it should have a disconnect right there. Perfect. Yep, that's what I wanted. See, that's like, that works, but it's just, I was wondering if you guys knew a better way to do it. But it's fine. It's fine. In the end, it works. Alright, so snap there. Cool. And, which is the bottom one? This one. Cool. Andre says, by the way, where did the pink dolphin come from? That was a clickbait tool. in order to describe I used it in order to describe the what do you call it, the title, in that if I'm talking about the weirdest things that ever happened in Minecraft, a pink dolphin is pretty weird and is pretty eye-catching. Could you imagine? Oh, I was gonna say, could you imagine if Minecraft added rare mobs that you could find? And then I realized there was such thing as a pink sheep and a brown sheep.
There is also such thing as George creepers,
Jockeys,
spider jockeys. Not so rare these days. But
chicken jockeys.
Chicken jockeys. Fucking hell.
Yeah, as if baby zombies weren't annoying enough.
Fucking golden enchanted armor, baby zombies.
It would be nice if they included a different variation of every single mob, to be honest. Like a rare variation. That'd be really
definitely.
cool.
Yeah.
What the hell? Why is the resolution of this render so small? Oh, because I didn't change the resolution of the render. It's 1748 by 1376. Okay. 1376 by... What the fuck? 1746 by... Hold on, I fucked up, didn't I? I feel like I fucked up real bad. Is it 1746? Did I say that? Or did I say 1336? The hell? It's 1336. My bad. Okay. Let's actually get this render. She just goes as eye blinding too. Wait, what was that in reference to? Did I say something? Probably forgot. I probably forgot that I said something again. There's like a few minutes left, so I better get this done super quick. Yep, got it. I'm gonna get this render done before the timer's up. Don't worry. You can have faith in me. Here we go. I'm finally running out of alcohol. Finally. I just realized that as I was pouring my drink before the stream. So that's another few $100 gone for a new bottle of alcohol. But it's fine. It's fine.
Yep.
At least it isn't $100 for my fucking dishwasher that still hasn't been fixed yet.
Wasn't it fixed yet?
Okay. So my dishwasher broke like a few weeks ago. And I call the tech support guys. I'm like, hey, my fucking dishwasher broke. Can you come fix it? And they're like, yeah, we'll come over, but it costs you $120. We're not even going to fix it, but we're just going to cost you $120 because we need to travel to you. And I was like, fine, okay. I need my dishwasher. So I told them to come over, and they're like, okay, we're going to come over on a Tuesday because we can't do any other day. I'm like, are you sure you can't do any other day? I have work on Tuesday. They're like, no, we can't do any other day. You got to do Tuesday. I'm like, fine, do it on Tuesday. I'm going to run back home from work because I literally work right next door. So I'm going to run back home in order to get your guy. Okay, I work from 9 to 5. At 5 o'clock, I get a message on my phone that says, hey, we're coming over. Make sure you open the door. And also, here's a link to track where we are right now. So I click on the link and I'm tracking. It shows the GPS location of where my maintenance guy is. He's at his warehouse way over in like some other place. And I'm looking at his avatar. And I rush back home because it's 5 o'clock. So I rush back home. I sit down. I'm waiting for this guy. An hour passes and he doesn't fucking move. It didn't charge me $100 fucking dollars. But what a waste of time. Honestly. I had to rush home for that shit. Come on. Andrea goes, thank goodness no nose bleeding. The story behind that is that I have been nose bleeding for every single day in the past week. Yeah, exactly. I've been nose bleeding every single day for the past week. I don't know why. It's pretty bad nosebleed as well. It's not like a few drips. No. It's filling up. It's turning this piece of tissue red. Like the entire thing is turning red. No idea what's going on. I mean, yeah, I've got an idea. It's dry weather, but no idea why it keeps on happening.
And
She
you're
goes to-
almost time up.
What now? It happened again. It happened again,
almost
Harry.
up.
It happened again.
Yeah, I know.
What'd you say?
Almost time's up.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, let's see if I can get this render done. Well, the render is done. Like, this is acceptable quality. I would go there because this silhouette is bad. Here's an animation principle before I go, alright? I know it's time. Final thing. Animation principle, silhouettes. This is a bad silhouette. If this was a black and white image and they were in black, you would have no idea what you're looking at. What I'm going to do to fix this is move Arkosh over to the left a little bit so he'd be leaning out. And with that done, let me switch back over to my cam. Hey, well, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We got a few new audiences today in Kick and someone else who hasn't been talking. I forgot who it was. Anyway, if you guys haven't already liked the video, make sure you go ahead and like it right now because that sends good signals to YouTube and good signals to me, and I can send good signals back to you guys. Don't forget, we have a 4,000 subscriber goal by the end of July, and so the best thing that you can do to help grow the channel, and because I need your help to grow the channel, do share the videos out there, because for every single share that you create, whoever watches that video, they can share the video as well, and then they can share it, and they can share it, and they can share it. So that is the fastest way to help grow the channel. So if you really want to help and you think that I deserve it, go ahead, share my videos right now, and I will see you on Saturday. Cheers. Oh, wait, hold on. I can't do that yet. Hold on. Saturday. Harry, we said we were going to play something on Saturday, right?
Yep.
Okay. So what that means is that Saturday's stream won't be a Levaslier production diary, it'll be a gaming stream. We'll be playing something. We're working on what that something is, but we'll see you then. Now, properly, cheers.